Hi, Tom Cole for the Steve Taylor Community Connection, and certainly, it's an honor and a privilege to be here with one of Toledo's incredible athletes, community hero, Albert Prince Bell. Champ, thanks so much for being with us. We sure appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. It's always an honor and a pleasure.
Yeah, everybody gets excited when you come into the dealership. People are running up. They want pictures, and I saw Crosby behind you. He started bouncing a little bit, like he
attack me.
like he wanted to throw a jab into you or something. Would have been the biggest mistake Crosby made this year. I think.
I was gonna let him off kind of light.
Yeah, you did. You kind of brushed him off. Yeah. I mean, I noticed that. Champ, your successes. 18-0, incredible what you've done. But I remember you way back when you were a little guy, right? And to me, boxing is all about styles. And I watch you fight, and you're such an intelligent fighter, and you have a style that reminds me so much of kind of a combination of Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. Is part of that your fight style?
Yeah, that's a great combination. If I remind you that I'm doing something right. But
yeah.
I base it after Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones,
okay.
Ray. I just try to take what I can of the fighters that I love to watch and emulate. And we go to the game, play with my dad, and that's always been our boxing game. Hit and don't get hit, make it easy.
Well, that's the part of it. I like hit and don't get hit. You make it really. I mean, pugilism is an art form. If people really studied boxing, it is an art form. Combinations, as you said, duck and move and so forth. But you have made it so fluid and so artful. Is that part of your deal too? I mean, you study a lot of film and say, how can I?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of what I do. So I love just watching boxing. Like all the fight, whatever fights come on. If it's boxing on, I'm watching it. I don't care if it's old fights on ESPN Classic or whatever. I just love watching fights and studying film and stuff like that. But just the boxing part of it. Your feet get you into trouble, your feet get you out of trouble. It's drilled into my head every day. And then, like you said, doing it fluently. When you relax, you have fun. When you tensing up and fighting with emotion, you gonna get careless, stuff happen. When you just relax, another day at work, you have a good night.
Your punch is better when you're relaxed too, and the jab is better when it's relaxed. Because you kind of shoot that jab out there. That's what Ali did.
Just flick it.
You just flick the jab. That's what Ali did. Champ, in this community, you have established yourself. You've grown up with great parenting. You have a great heart. You've established yourself as a Toledo legend, and you don't shirk the responsibility of being a role model in the community. Listen, a lot of people in their limelight, they don't want that. They want to do their thing, and hey, what I do in my private time is my private. What's made you be accessible to being a community role model? Somebody
got to do it. Growing up, in the neighborhood I grew up in, it's not too many people that made success stories that was something positive. It's a lot of guys in the street that was shining and stuff like that. But I want to show them that you can go a different route and still get to your dreams and goals, and it is possible. So I take it upon myself to try to do what I can when I can, to show those kids in my neighborhood that that's not the only way.
Well, you're certainly doing that, champ. And when you step into the ring, I notice when I watch you, there's a confidence that you're going to win. I mean, is that from the way you train, or is that you just know how, you won't say it, but how good you are?
I think it's a mix of both.
Okay.
In the mornings, that's the only time I'm nervous of it. When I'm taking
the morning of the fight.
Yeah, when I'm taking a shower or something. I don't really be nervous or scared. Just be like, what if scenarios? Like, man, what if something?
Yeah.
But then, the closer I get to the ring, the more just proud and boastful and just
you're good.
Yeah, just my bravado come over. I become a whole different person. Then by the time I hit that ring, I'm smiling from ear to ear, ready to get it on.
After the first punch is thrown, you just kind of relax and do
it's like I could have a headache. I could have to use the bathroom, but as soon as that bell rings,
first punch,
it's like a fish in water.
Yeah, the adrenaline takes over.
You gotta swim.
Yeah. You have a special relationship with your dad, and I've seen a lot of athletes that when their parent helps coach them or train them, there can be tough situations, I've seen sometimes resentment, or you and your dad have had such a great relationship. What makes that relationship?
He let me be who I am. You know, he don't try to control me. You know, I'm my own man. He his own man. And we just always had a great relationship with his kids. He always been a great father, provider for me. So it's always love and respect, no disrespect, even that I'm grown or I'm the boss of the team, whatever the case may be. It's not that, you know, we put our heads together and stuff, but he's not too hard on me. You know, he let me be me. And but we in the gym, we in the gym. We have to fight, But outside of that, it's father son. It's not coach all the time. It's not dad all the time. It's a mixture of both, and that's what works for us.
Well, champ, keep being you, because what the you part of it is great. You're a great athlete. You're a great community person, and young people need they need people to look up to.
Definitely,
they need heroes. They need people that are role models. People that'll do the right thing, show them the right path, and you're doing all those things. So we're really proud of you. Listen, I'm gonna hand off to the guy who popped up on you a little bit, Terry Crosby. Now,
bring him on camera.
If he tries to throw a jab,
put him on camera.
If you knock him down, I will pick him up. I guarantee
that's the deal.
But Terry's gonna talk to you now, champ.
Thank
you.
What's going on, champ? How you doing, man?
Great. I'm a little better. You ain't swinging on me.
Yeah, well, hey, we have to go around the two every time we see each other.
Most definitely.
You got to keep me young.
Yeah.
Hey, it's such a pleasure having you here today. Albert Prince Bell, our 419 champion. How you feeling, man?
I feel great as always. I look great. I feel great. I fought great. So ain't no choice but to be done.
I wanted to ask you, I watched your entire last fight. And I was just amazed at the artistry that you exhibited in that ring. I mean, you barely got touched the whole time. When you wanted to attack, you attacked. That's all the good positive things, but as you know, as a competitor, as a champion and the boxing division, tell us some of the things that you are looking forward to improve in certain areas.
I don't know. I had a game plan. Cause if you watch that guy's fight, people don't understand how hard it is to break down and make a killer nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right. They look like they be easy and stuff, but if you watch them guys' other fights, they killers. Especially when they come from that. He's a Filipino guy, so those guys come from multi-boxing. All them guys are extreme big punchers, you know what I mean? So my thing was to box him 7-8 rounds. It's a 10-round fight. Let the steam go out of him, because you see every shot he threw at me was a big shot. Right. So my thing was to break him down, then go to him and beat him up, and that's what I did. Towards the end, I went to go putting it on him, it's gonna get him out of there. Then I had the hand injury, But the things I work on, I don't know, I'm working on it all the time. Everything that I need to improve on, I work on it daily, and it play out how it's supposed to, Right. People just look at stuff and be like, it's so easy, you could have did this, you could have did that, but if I would did this or did that, I'd have been in a position to get hit with this or that. Right. You make it as easy as possible.
It so amazes me that you should say that, because each and every fight that I've watched of you, you are the type of marketer that thinks when you're in the ring, and that's quite obvious. You're not reckless. You time whatever you're going to do. You know exactly what you're doing. You navigate how you're going to fight your opponent. And so just tell me a little bit about that side of it. Is that something that you train on every day, or it just comes natural to you when you're in the ring?
Train on every day, and it's just natural as well too, and it's just about being intelligent in and out the ring. You're not always gonna be the strongest, you're not always gonna be the fastest, but the man that's the smartest, usually 9 times out of 10 is gonna win the fight. So if you make sure you're the smartest guy in the ring out the two, you should be good. So that's what I try to be. I try to be the smartest fighter, and you said, like, I know what I'm doing, I better know what I'm doing if I'm in there, because once you're in there, you in. So yeah, we work on it daily. It's just been drilled in. I'm a wise person, so I learn from other people. I watched the Floyds and how he did it. I gained his, I watch. I'm a watcher, I watch and observe, and I apply it to myself.
But the amazing thing about it is you are in demand when you're in that ring. It's not the other person that is able to ruffle you or get you off your game. Each and every time, and I've watched each and every one of your defending fights, each and every time I'm so impressed how you are in demand.
Right. Yeah, that's the late great Customado, the one that trained Mike Tyson. He said boxing is nothing but one guy opposing his will over the others. So, so I got to be in demand and impose the weight and the will of the fight of how I want it. So, so I'm in control.
Right. So you do a lot of community work. We pretty much know that.
Right.
And you're a very positive role model in the community. And I want you to continue to exploit the things that you do, continue to encourage and inspire our young people, because right now in this world, they need it.
Right.
Okay? So just tell us a little bit. I don't know if you've got anything planned, but since your last fight, what type of community involvement have you been doing? Or
Since the last fight, I really haven't. To be honest, I ain't really been around or like that. I've been out of town, but I've just been doing for my family and things like that. But we want to do some type of giveaway. I don't know if they send us. I'm trying to see if they're gonna send the kids back to school or not, so we can see if how we're gonna work the back to school giveaway. You know, with the
because you did that last year, right?
We're gonna do it again this year with the haircuts and you know we're gonna do some masks and sanitize. Like whatever we gotta do, we're gonna make something happen. You know, we just waiting to see how they gonna play the situation out. If they don't send the kids back to school on regular time or not. So
okay, that's absolutely fantastic. You know, Prince, it is so nice to see you each and every time, man. And we are so appreciative of the fact that you're coming in. I think what we're gonna do next is have our great boss Steve Taylor ask you a few questions, and we're gonna go from there. Now, do you want to get up and bounce or what?
It's on camera, so I can't duck out on camera. So I'm gonna have to put them down.
You don't want to do nothing.
I can't back out on camera.
Thank you very much, Prince.
I'll let you in.
Hey, it's Steve Taylor from Taylor Automotive, and I'm here with the Prince, the champ, representing 419. We're going to talk a little bit about the last fight, but I'm more excited about the next fight coming up. So we know 18-0. You went through this like no problem again, right? I mean, you make it look so easy. I mean, you got guys like Terry Crosby chirping in your ear. You lay him out in about 2 seconds, right? But as they say, 2 punches, you hitting him hitting the floor. But talk a little bit about that last fight. You know, it was unbelievable because, like I said, you sort of were in command the whole time, right? You sort of put your will against the guy.
Right.
How'd you do that?
Just stick to the game plan that we drew up. You know, stay long, use my height, use my range, my footwork, and most importantly, my left hand. Use the jab, just box them, control them with the jab. Boxing's easy if you got a good jab.
That's good. Well, like we
remember those kids.
Tom and Terry, they talked about being smart, and that's, you know, you obviously show your smarts in the ring, and you got to have the game plan, right?
Always.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So going forward, though, what are you thinking? You got maybe something coming up yet this year?
Yes. Actually, we were supposed to fight for the world title my last fight, but the champ he wanted to fight a lesser opponent, you know. But we're gonna put him in a position where he had no choice. So we're gonna look to fight another undefeated fighter.
Nice.
And the winner of that, you know what I mean? They didn't think I was gonna call the guy out that I about to call out. He's 19, he's supposed to be a killer, but I want all the smoke. So so after that we try to get a world title shot in the beginning of this next year.
So you're hoping that fight can take place this year?
September. We get cleared for the hand. Yeah. And I'm already back in the gym working and training with just my left hand and stuff. But when my right hand get cleared, we start full camp and get right ready to go.
That's great. So how is the hand?
It's decent right now. You know, it's just a problem I deal with. You know.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. So one of the things I know you talk about, your dad is your coach, your trainer. Mm-hmm. I work with my dad, so you know, it's a different kind of family business, but still, you got to have a relationship and a special relationship where you can have the dad and the dad hat, and then the boss and the coach and the different kind of hats.
Most definitely.
So talk a little bit more about that relationship. I know you talked with Tom a little bit about it, but he's been coaching you all the way up, right?
Yes. When I was learning how to walk and talk, I was learning how to jab. Yeah. So went hand in hand my whole life, you know. But you know, we're good friends. We laugh all the time. We always joke and making each other cry and stuff. He always teaching me some game and knowledge and wisdom and stuff like that. We just got a real great relationship. I come from a close family, like my family, like we just super family oriented. We don't go a day or two without seeing each other, calling each other. So I think that's just how they raised us. But my mom as well, you know. We just come from we come from some great parents and great stock. So my dad he's just a great guy to have in my life, and we just good friends, and you know, and it works with our boxing relationship as well, you know. And he teaches me only the things that I actually do. We don't do all the pit pat mitts for show and all that. We really working. We ain't playing.
Well, you can tell there's a lot of respect for your dad from you,
Most definitely.
and same way with me and my dad. That's actually one of our core values here at the dealership is respect, and I think that's something that all of us could show to our parents, do a little bit better job of, even in the community. And you're doing so much great work in the community. You've got the respect of the entire Northwest Ohio community behind you. It's awesome to see a young guy like you that's got you got so many things in front of you, great things in front of you. You're doing such a marvelous job in the ring, but in the community.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're somebody that kids can look up to. So
I appreciate that.
I
a lot.
commend you on that, man. It's awesome to be a partner with you. We're looking forward to more great things from you.
Most
And
definitely.
it's an awesome experience, man. We love having you in the dealership, man. When you come in, people just get excited. They want to get their pictures with the
That's a
champ,
great
right?
feeling to have that, that's I try to portray good energy and positive energy and lighten up any room I come in. If you're having a bad day, I'm going to say something to make you smile or do something, that's just some the charisma I got about myself. So
It's awesome.
Thanks. I
It's
appreciate
great,
that.
man. Well, we're glad to have you here. We're glad to partner up, like I said. We can't wait to watch what happens in September. Keep it
Always a
rolling,
pleasure.
man.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching.